the Rambam says in Ilchot Shuvah, chapter 10, the 6th halacha, last halacha, it's well known and clear that the love of God will not become attached within a person's heart until he becomes obsessed with it all the time. It's willing to leave all things in this world except for this. Meaning all he cares about is loving Hashem. All he cares about is fulfilling His will. All she cares about is making Hashem happy with her. All she cares about is what is Hashem's opinion of how I look. Not what's my cousin's opinion of how I look. Not what's this guy's opinion of what I look. What does Hashem think? This was implied by the commandment in Deuteronomy, love your God, love God your Lord with all of your heart and all of your soul. And a person can only love God as a result of the knowledge with which he knows Him. Because the nature of one's love depends on the nature of one's knowledge. A small amount of knowledge arouses less love. A greater amount of knowledge arouses greater love. We need to know not only the nice things in the Torah, we need to know the things that are not so nice to hear. And the reason why, Rabotai, is because if we know the significance of each one of the mitzvot, not just the reward they'll give to us that's impossible for us to understand anyway, but the consequence of violating these mitzvot, then we say, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it to be modest. It's not worth it to even be on a gray area. Modest, immodest by some opinions. It's not worth it. So the Chachamim say, okay, the skirt has to be 6 inches below the bottom of the knee. So she wears a skirt exactly 6 inches below the knee. Why? They didn't say it's supposed to be 6 inches below the knee because that's where you should wear it. So that's the minimum. Why are you playing with this red line? Any woman that has love for Hashem, has yirat shamayim, has fear of Hashem, has anything for Hashem, she wears a skirt all the way to the ankles. Why? Why am I going to play with this line? Chachamim tell us the clothes have to be loose-fitting. Why? So no one sees what's under. Leave everything to the imagination. Only a husband needs to know. She wears something that's like halfway loose. Why? Halfway loose, but in her imagination. In reality, it's not loose at all. No, is a pencil skirt fine? For who? For the dog? Yeah, it's fine for the dog to wear a pencil skirt. Dog, no problem if he wears a pencil skirt. Or she wears a pencil skirt, the dog, no problem. For a woman, a Bat Israel, to wear a pencil skirt, who told you this is allowed? What book says this is permissible? Who? What said this? Oh, but I'm only wearing a wig once a year. Why? I'm not even talking about the women that wear it every day. Hashem Yachem. May Hashem have mercy on them for wanting to look like a sotah. Why? I don't know why they want to do it, but I know it's a big desire, and they have rabbis that they depend on that unfortunately are undependable. Why? Why take the risk? Why? You said you love God. Express your love. Rabotai, we're going to finish off with the last section that we're going to give a little bit of stuff that's going to help you lose a little bit of sleep. And the reason why is because we need to know this stuff. We need to know the stuff that is going to scare us a little bit, because if we don't get scared, we're not going to do. The prophet Job said, chapter 3, I made a covenant with my eyes not to gaze on the maiden. And the prophet Isaiah says he shuts his eyes against looking at evil. Chapter 33, verse 15. It's both referring to a person who doesn't look at a woman even when they're doing simple, mundane things. Isaiah was specifically talking about women that were doing the laundry in the river. So when they were doing laundry in the river, they didn't want to get their skirts wet, so they would roll it a little bit. Not roll it, chas v'shalom, like people wear their mini skirts today or to their knee. Just roll it a little bit where they saw a little bit of their ankle. The prophet says, don't even look at the ankle. The ankle, don't look. The Sefer Hasidim says there's no greater barrier to sexual arousal than closing your eyes. You see immodesty is down the road, make a left. Yeah, but it's really far. I can't tell you how many times I almost got into a car accident on the highway, Hashem Yerachem, just because of a billboard that was on the right side that I was doing everything I can to look left. Or look right, whichever way it wasn't there. Why? That's what you have to do, Rabotai. I'm not telling you to get into car accidents. Hashem will protect you. But you have to run away from the stuff. It's cancer. It's spiritual cancer. You can't look at anything. Sexual temptation is the main test in life. It's sent as a challenge to refine us. For all those people that ask, why does Hashem give us such a big desire if we're not supposed to do it? It's a challenge to refine us. When you're subjected to this test, it puts you in a type of exile. Lekutei Etzot, chapter 36. The Rambam in Hilchot Deot, chapter 6, says that if you have bad neighbors, move to a different neighborhood. If the other neighborhood has bad neighbors, move to a different one. If everywhere has bad neighborhood, move to the desert, move to the exile. Now we finally understand what the Rambam actually means. What is he? He's not expecting us all to go move to the desert per se. What is he saying? If everyone in your neighborhood is immodest, if your school is immodest, and your neighborhood's immodest, and your work is immodest, and everyone's immodest, close your eyes. Look away. Why? That way you are in the exile. You're in the midbar. They could be Gehinom for all you care. It doesn't make a difference to you. You don't see them. Close your eyes, Ribono Shel Olam. Close your eyes. Look away. Train yourself. Train yourself to protect yourself. Why? Because if you protect your eyes, you can actually be able to learn Torah like a normal person.